Hi, it's me, and that's him, and we're the Sci-Fi Scholars.
And we're talking Nerve. As always, to stay spoiler free, click right here. Okay, I'm done now.
Fair enough. So, the beginning of Nerve seemed a little bit strange to me, because it seemed very heavily to linger on the Google Chrome logo, the Apple logos, and just even other parts on the computer screen, clearly showing their email account was Gmail. So it felt like this movie was sponsored by Apple and Google.
Quite a bit. For the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, for the first little bit of the movie. After that, it was fine, but...
And they kept it consistent with the style that they went with the phones and stuff like that, mostly.
Yeah.
There's a couple of little bit of inconsistencies where they went to point of views that didn't make a lot of sense. But...
Then again, they did show some drones in the background and a couple of shots as well, so maybe they had some drones just filming stuff.
Yeah, I'm talking about the ones that I think were supposed to be the phone when they're doing stunts that are filming themselves, but the angle wasn't where the phone was and stuff like that.
So a bit of it's called continuity errors.
A little bit. It wasn't like, that's totally right. It was just, okay, I'm not 100% sure where they're trying to tell me that's angles from, whether that's actually meant to be a phone or that's just a creative directional style, but the fact that it was lower quality... Which they often did when they cut to the phones, they went to lower qualities.
It could have been any of the other watches, though.
No, it couldn't have been at that point. Because I'm talking about the ones that are down the bodies.
Oh, yeah.
And they're done in the quality as if they're from the phone, the same as when they cut to the phone. It's got that lower quality, but their hands are out here or there, and you can see the phone in the shot, but they've cut to the lower quality, and they're not wearing a GoPro.
Yeah.
They're the ones I'm talking about.
But then at the same time, it didn't feel too bad because they were doing a lot of the low quality shots, and it was good how they had like the lag.
Oh,
some
I
of those
love
shots.
that.
Like obviously, I get it more because I stream a lot of my visual, like my content that I watch. I stream a lot of stuff, so for me, it's a bit of a problem. Like
I liked that they did that. They didn't make it crisp and perfect. Every time they did it, like you just kind of lightly lagged at some point or did something weird, and it made it not like feel more realistic.
And then, to destroy the realism, they seem to have some issues in deciding whether the nerve system was like AI based or whether it was mob mentality voting on things. And
yeah, that was a little unclear.
So that seemed to not quite mesh properly.
Yeah, but the good thing about that is it didn't fully distract from the movie. It kept the narrative story still went forward in a good positive way. I made it a good fun movie still.
Great fun movie. I was personally sitting there trying to figure it out. Like, which way are they trying to do this? Because they seem to be bounced. Obviously, you're more into cinematography, and I'm more into like computer tech, as in science, like computer science itself. I'm not massively into it. But I find it more interesting. And then later on, where they had the botnet trying to hack in to get all their bots in, they had the user interface of the sphere with all the lines.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yes, that's what TV shows do a lot. Yes, that's what movies do a lot.
That doesn't mean it's right.
But I don't think it's a useful UI. Like, they're claiming these guys are brilliant science, like hackers, computer science, hackers, nerd type guys. It's not the type of interface I would expect them to use. It's the type of interface I would expect someone...
trying to make it look pretty on the screen.
Yeah, like a graphics designer to use.
Yeah.
But obviously they wouldn't be hacking things, so it's kind of pointless as well.
Yeah. The other thing they didn't make 100% clear in the final with that was they lost all their bots.
Half of the international ones.
It just kind of got a little bit confusing on what they were trying to do at the end. I know that they were playing it up for a little bit for the audience, but in the context of the characters, it didn't make sense that they were like, oh, we lost all our... I didn't realise they said international bots.
Yeah, because they said it.
But in saying that, and then it kind of switched the plan on what they were trying to do halfway through after they shot. Anyway, that was just a little bit confusing for me in the sense that they pandered to the audience too much to make tension.
Well, I think what it actually was is they got some tech guys in to advise on the movie, but then they let the movie maker people override half of the tech decisions.
That's quite possible too.
So basically, the tech guys came in like, you do this, then you do this, then you do this, and the director goes, that will film well, that will film well, and that will film well, and the other parts we don't care about
Because
and
they don't look good on camera.
And then it's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you've done halfway.
Yeah. And then going back, I know I'm jumping back a bit here to
That's
your, whether it was mob mentality or artificial intelligence, the whole like thing was, they used everybody's computer or everybody's device as the server,
yep.
And then at the end it dissipated because everybody shut off,
which kind of would work.
And like you brought up when we were talking earlier, it's like surely there's someone skimming off the top, and it seemed that's the way they were pointing it, that someone was running it, because in the earlier edition of Nerve with the Ian character, the Seattle version, he obviously was trapped in the system because they knew everything about him and had to do the New York one, otherwise he was going to die or someone was going to... They were going to screw him over, basically.
Screw him with his life forever.
Screw him over, basically, completely. So obviously that denotes that somebody is running Nerve.
There's maybe some, like an inner circle of super users or someone. Also, they also do something weird with... They said if you bail from a dare, you lose all your money you've earned so far.
Yeah.
Right? And obviously if you snitch, they just screw with you completely.
Obviously.
And they also said... But they start depositing money in as soon as you start completing dares. Right? But then, they don't actually have access to your bank account.
Yeah.
Unless Nerve is hacking bank accounts as well.
Well, that denotes that they are doing that, or they do that when they snitch, because Emma Roberts' character V was all of their money got taken, not just what was deposited.
Yeah, but they claim that everyone else, if you bail on a dare, everything you've earned so far is forfeited. Yeah, which means they'd have to take all that money out as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was fully thought through either. But one thing I did like was the reference to Casey Neistat, because he's a reasonably big YouTuber. He's not the biggest, but he's quite big. He's involved in kind of things that would mesh his YouTube career with what's actually happening in Nerve. But they didn't make a big point of it, so it's not going to be something that dates really, really poorly. So people who know who he is on YouTube will get the Easter egg, basically. It's basically an Easter egg.
Because I didn't know who he was.
Yeah. People who know who he is on the internet will get that. People who don't, it's displayed entirely as just one of the other random characters who you see in shots.
Yeah.
It's completely fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, an enjoyable movie. Kind of not sci-fi.
Had a little bit of a science fiction edge to it with the whole point of the whole game.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the movie, actually. I walked away going...
It was a very...
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
It's different to anything else that was come out
at
any time recently.
Quite different.
It's
well acted and quite well directed.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the idea of what's the stakes they've tried to put in some of those teen dramas recently. But this, because it's set in the real world with real stakes and everything, it just feels so much more natural, so much better. And they made some great choices with the directing and the characters and everything.
Overall, a very good movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.